With the fact that Rockstar's partnering with the creators of FiveM for GTA 6 Online, this could be absolutely massive for the reshaping of the game, because this kind of collaboration opens doors to endless possibilities. With this, we could see game-changing features that could absolutely redefine GTA Online in the best way possible. That said, everything in this video is based purely on speculation, but also relating to FiveM and ideas I believe would make GTA 6 Online the ultimate open world experience. So what's up, guys, and welcome to the motherfucking jungle, boys. Let's get right into it. The first one here is real free mode. Now, you might be thinking GTA Online already has free mode. No, I mean no limitations or restrictions on what you can and can't do. Imagine not having to do any separate jobs and all the ways of making money within a single game session. Very similar to some FiveM servers where you just do all the heists and setups in game through freely planning, getting a car, getting the gear, and then actually physically walking into the bank in the same session. In the classic GTA Online that we're used to, having all these different jobs, different sessions, loading in the clouds, loading into another mission, there's none of that anymore. Imagine it's just all in free mode. There's no need to go anywhere else. I feel like this is the next step in GTA Online because the multiplayer needs to be better than the last game, and there's not much else to go forward with other than more freedom. So if Rockstar only focuses on the free mode aspect of the game and making it pretty much only about freedom, it would be great, but it would also have to have some requirements so the game doesn't feel low quality up in the air like it has no rules. Some of those requirements could be all teaming to be based in communication and or invitation to CEO. So you would just meet up with randoms in free mode and decide to do a heist on the spot, and there would be no restrictions. You could just plan how you want to do the heist and do it right there in the session. No separate setups or anything. And I think a way that Rockstar could do this without making GTA Online too easy as in you walk into a bank, you can rob it regardless. No, they gotta put some difficulty into it. And I think a way that they could do this is if they focused on difficulty and made it about the equipment that you have that makes doing a heist easier or harder. What I mean by this, you could go into a bank with limited equipment and still be successful, but it would be extremely more difficult than if you had set equipment. So if Rockstar mainly focused on equipment for the foundation of the game's difficulty, this would also require an in-game economy change. So my idea here would be, when needing equipment, there's two ways of getting it. Either buying it through a black market exchange system or contacting Lester on where to steal the equipment from. So you could either buy it or steal it, and you could do it all in free mode. And you might think, well, what about other players that come after you during a heist or a setup? What I think would be cool is if Rockstar made it to where they didn't mark people on the map like how they do with GTA 5. I think it would be better if they made it more communication based, so the only way you would know if someone's doing a heist is if from word of mouth or from an event, like if they're hitting the bank and you could hear the alarm going off and stuff like that. So people can't just sabotage what you're doing. There would be no red icon on the map that says these people are doing this setup. No, there's none of that anymore, because what would GTA 6 Online be if players could just always be sabotaging what you're trying to do? It would just make GTA Online like a war zone, and that's exactly what GTA Online has been, just a PvP playground. We need something different, and I think the sessions have to be more role-based, not necessarily systematic role play, but they have to make it more immersive and essentially more realistic and less solely about PvP. Because when you have a red blinking icon on the map saying these players are here and doing this, it's less about the task that those players are carrying out and more about the PvP. So instead of Rockstar making GTA 6 Online just a PvP playground, I think it would be cool if they made it more of a world where everyone is truly creating how they want to play, and all the ways of making money are a part of the map. And I mean more than just businesses and your cargo and stuff like that. No, I mean everything is free mode based. All the money that you can make is on the map. You just have to put yourself in the position to get the money. And this is just another expanded idea based off of if they removed the red blinking icon when you're doing tasks and focused less about map activity. Let me break this down. Free mode with 30 people is cool, but how could they really make it feel like real life freedom? Is essentially kind of more people. So I think a way that they could get more players in each session is if you don't see all the players when you open the map that is in the session. You see only within your own proximity. And this is how some FiveM servers do it, to where they can expand into 700 players per server because they do it like that. If Rockstar does that, bro, just imagine you go into the city and 30 people that are around this new building that has this cool interior, and you just see those 30 people, but then there's a whole nother thing going on in Mount Caliga that you just have no idea what's going on, but those people are over there doing their own thing. They're doing their heist or whatever. And the only way you would know is, like I said, from word of mouth. You see that something's being hit through an event, or maybe there's like pings on the social media on the phone that's saying this news thing is happening or something, bro. Like, imagine that shit, dude. It would feel more than just another session. So when we're playing FiveM, at least in my experience, it's like we're playing something separate than an official game. And that's not me bashing FiveM. It's just, it doesn't feel as official. It feels modded. It feels separate. But what if Rockstar could create that type of realism in free mode and make it feel official? And that's just how gaming is. This is the next step in open world games, guys. And we see that it actually is the next step because of Rockstar's partnership. So it's crazy, and we don't actually know what's to come out of GTA 6. It might be the most amazing thing we've ever played. Now, the second one here is server-based sessions. I think it would be cool if GTA 6 Online was server-based instead of just random sessions. So when you load up in GTA Online, instead of loading into a session, it would pull up a server menu. And I think the best way for Rockstar to do this is to sort out in categories, like Rockstar official servers, community servers, and or modded servers. And then for the people that like more PvP based games, maybe Rockstar could make an official classic server that the online experience would be just like GTA 5 but in GTA 6. And this makes it so it's really for everybody. And that's what I'm saying. Server selection would literally make the possibilities infinite. And for it to be executed in the best way possible, I think the server selection should be on high maintenance by Rockstar, where Rockstar is making a lot of the servers. Because we don't want GTA 6 feeling like a brain rot game, like all the servers are just made by anyone. There has to be some kind of structure to the way that the servers are and how they're made, or else it can give off this kind of low quality feel, like it's just up to the community to run it or something like that. So for Rockstar to avoid this, all they would have to do is manage more servers than just the official ones and make it feel like there's several different categories of servers that feel official. So the people that like playing PvP, they don't feel like they're playing something that some random person just made, because it wouldn't have the same feeling as if it felt official. These are just some ideas that I have around the server idea. I just think it would be cool if Rockstar focused and managed several different server types rather than just a regular one. So the game could focus in on creating various different play types, making every kind of player feel at home. And I feel like that is the next stage of evolution for GTA Online. So wrapping up the server stuff, either Rockstar makes GTA 6 Online a server-based system with several different servers that everyone can join. So GTA Online is like a server empire, just like how FiveM, it's either like that, or they figure out a way to incorporate all types of playing within a single session. If they can make a server system that is easy for even casual players, because casual players, they don't like loading up a server and having to read all this stuff, you know, they just like picking up the controller and playing the game. If they can figure out a way to where it's even easy for casual players to do this, I mean, that's the way to go, man. It would be crazy, bro. The next one here is the in-game economy. Earlier, we were talking about a switch in the game economy and adding things like a black market, things like that. Around the entire idea that GTA 6 Online should be mainly about freedom, it would be cool if the economy wasn't too much of a controlled thing that always happened in a certain way, like in GTA 5. In GTA 5, you just do your jobs and get paid. But let's say GTA 6 didn't have jobs. And the money system was more based on what you want to do with the money, meaning you could take take money from people, give money to people, but then you think, where would the money be made? It would just be made by mainly robberies, heists, and free mode jobs that are given to you by different characters. My point is, what if they made the money less about doing structured missions and more about freedom to choose? So money would just be sitting around, whether it's in a bank, a store, or on a player. You would just have to put yourself in the position of getting it. And then you might think about cargo. Cargo and doing business work is most likely going to stay in GTA 6 just because of how big it was in GTA 5 and all the stuff that they, every single update for 10 years was just about building the empire around businesses and stuff like that. And that's not a bad thing. That's just what they built GTA 5 off of. So 9 times out of 10, that's going to carry into GTA 6. But what I'm saying, I just think that shouldn't be what the entire online experience is about and how you make most of your money in GTA 6. The next one here is money and free will. Just like some FiveM servers, you could do whatever you want with your money. You could give it, take it, spend it, do whatever you want with it. You can even get it taken from you. In most FiveM servers, if you have cash money on your character, you can get it stolen from you. It doesn't matter the amount, but if it's in your bank, no one can take it from you. And it's not like GTA Online, where if you have cash money on you, people just send a mugger to you and the most that they could take is 10 grand. No, dude, full-fledged freedom. If you have $100,000 cash on you, regardless of how you guys may look at this, you might think, oh, that's too much. No, dude, make GTA Online have the type of feeling to where you could actually lose something. Imagine it had that, bro. Like, the thrill of playing would be crazy. You accidentally didn't put $100,000 in the bank. This guy comes up to you. He takes it out of your inventory and you literally have to chase him, bro. Imagine after you rob someone, there's some kind of system to where the person that robbed the person can't immediately put it in their bank. Maybe they could make it to where the cell phone bank transfers are limited to a certain amount. So if you have anything over 50 grand or 100 grand that you stole from someone, you literally have to go to the bank. So that means that you have to escape from the person that you stole it from in order to walk into the bank and deposit the money. It's just be generational if they did something like this. And just another idea of getting things stolen from you. What if you could get your own car stolen from you? Now, just like when we're talking about, getting things stolen from you in GTA Online, we're not used to that. We're so used to buying the $2 million cars and just having it sit in the garage and stuff. So when I say, what if it could be possible if someone could steal your own car? Obviously, most people hearing that are gonna be like, nah, that's too far, bro. But some fans might actually like this because it brings a new aspect to the game. But let's just say it were possible. And how you would get the car back is more than just making a simple call to the insurance and paying the fee. Maybe there could be a system to where you have to go to a certain building and do a claim before the person that took your car goes through a certain process. And then if you don't get it in time, you have to pay a bit of money. Or to avoid all of that, after the person stole your car, you could just track them down. If GTA Online adds this new risk to it, where you really could lose your shit, I think it would add in a new element. But let me know in the comments some of your guys' ideas of what you would like to see in GTA 6 Online. The next big game-changing thing here is NPC Density and Vegetation. NPC population in GTA 6, as seen in the trailers, is going to be insane with what it looks like to be hundreds of NPCs within each area. This is a groundbreaking essential that's going to have the game feeling alive and realistic, especially alongside more vegetation. And not a lot of people even realize how important trees are to the feeling of realism in video games. I always thought it would make GTA 5 better if they added more trees. Like, just look at this, bro. I mean, you could just see right here. That's really all GTA 5 needed, at least in my opinion, and it really shows a difference. So if Rockstar really centers in on creating this type of environment in GTA 6, it's really gonna feel incredible and make even the streets feel more alive. And I can only imagine what the nature is gonna feel like. But my question is, I just don't know how they're gonna maintain all the NPCs and vegetation under 200 gigabytes without it being a laggy mess. But I'm sure they'll have some ways to get it done. And the last feature in GTA Online that I think would change everything is gas. Needing gas for cars is kind of a mixed opinion within the GTA community, and I think that's because we're so used to just getting in a car and driving all the time. And most players probably don't think about it that much, but driving in GTA is the most famous thing that every type of player does, whether they're a casual player or not. Everyone is getting in a car and driving it. So when we talk about needing gas in order to drive the cars, it puts a limit on that freedom that we're all used to. At first, I wasn't a big fan of the gas rumors, but after I started playing FiveM, I started seeing that even though it adds a whole new dynamic to the game, it's not really that much of a hassle. All you have to do is go to the gas station and fill up the car. But at the same time, because we're so used to just driving endlessly, it makes it seem like it's more of a hassle than it is. But the truth is, adding gas into the game would make it possibly one of the most immersive parts of GTA 6, because it's always something that you'll have to be aware of, especially in a heist or just even regular PvP and running from players. And I really think that is one of the biggest things. Maintaining of stats like gas, hunger, thirsts, needing to eat in order to survive, not just popping snacks when you're in a gunfight. No, that's not what I mean by eating to survive. I mean like Minecraft. If you do not eat, you will starve to death. I don't necessarily like that idea in GTA, but they make it to where it's not really that much that you gotta do, but it's something that you have to do. I mean, that's cool, but it doesn't gotta be like this thing where you're constantly looking at the hunger bar and you're starving. That would just be like too much. But I think the hunger meters and the gas meters are potentially a great idea, especially within creating a new experience for GTA Online. So if all these rumors and speculations end up being true of GTA 6, turning it into more of a game that you have to constantly be managing your character, eating food, making sure your car has gas, all these things that make it to where the game is less casual and more to where you always have to be aware of your character. So essentially, it's not necessarily what a more casual player would want, but in terms of gaming evolution and making games better and more immersive, it might be what's actually to come with Grand Theft Auto, and being based around the whole experience rather than just picking up a controller and playing. And whether that's a good thing or bad thing, I guess we won't know till November. So even though this is a speculation video, I do hope that most of the community rumors end up being true about GTA 6, and even if they don't, Rockstar definitely has something in store. So we're most definitely gonna get an online experience that's gonna shake the gaming world regardless. So yeah guys, that's the video. If this video sparked any interest, make sure you guys subscribe for more GTA 6 content, as I'll be posting more videos on the channel about GTA 6 news, speculation, and all things like that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.